Hey guys, so we are going over how to install Windows 11 if your computer doesn't allow you. And what I mean by that is if you go into your settings and you go to update and security, you may see a message similar to this where it says this PC doesn't currently meet the minimum system requirements to run Windows 11. Usually this means that your TPM chip is out of date. It could be your RAM, not enough RAM, or your processor. Basically, your computer's just old. So we are going over how to use this piece of software, Rufus. The one thing you will need is a USB device, and we're going to go over how to bypass this whole situation to be able to download Windows 11. So if you don't see this message here, you'll see some kind of icon that talks about downloading PC Health Check. So you can go to that link and download this application. And after the download finishes, you would, of course, just launch the software. I already have it, so I'm going to launch the software for you guys. This is called PC Health Check. And you'll see something like this, where you can check to see if your PC can download Windows 11. And as you can see, we got secure boot enabled, TPM 2.0 must be installed. We need a larger disk space, so on and so forth. So we are going to ignore all that and get into the nitty gritty of how we actually do this. Now this will be pretty quick. We need to get this Windows 11 boot image, okay? And to do that, go over to your browser once again. Type in Windows 11 ISO download, look right there. Go ahead and click that link. And we are going to look to download Windows 11. Now you should get to this website here. You can follow this link or just do what I did and just Google search it. Now what we don't want to do is use this installation assistant. That is not the one we want to download. We want to create a Windows 11 installation media. So hit download here and it should make this a media creation tool, okay? Now we launch the media creation tool. It's a nice small piece of software. Accept whatever it's saying. Drink some coffee as we wait for it to load. Okay, so we are going to want to make an ISO file, not the USB flash drive, okay? So create this ISO file. This will download it to your computer wherever. As you can see, I already downloaded it, but just so I can show you what it's going to look like. Now it's going to download Windows 11 straight to your computer. I'm going to cancel this. This does take a decent chunk of time, depending on your computer speed, of course. It'll be between 5 and like 30 minutes. So give that some time to download. I'm going to go ahead and skip it because I downloaded it for you guys to make this video nice and quick. So if that even lets me cancel it, there we go. Now, say we finish that download. Now we have this Windows 11 ISO image. The next piece of software we will need is Rufus, okay? Let's just Google search Rufus. Type in google.com because it's defaulted to Bing right now. So this is, as it says, it's a way to take an ISO image and put that ISO image into a USB drive and make that USB drive a bootable disk, essentially. So what that means is by the time you're done, you will have a USB drive, you plug it into your computer, and it's going to have all of the operating system files, and you can boot directly to that USB drive to install Windows. And I can show you that here. As soon as I find the little download button, there we go. So just go with the first link. More than likely, that is all you will need to download Rufus. Okay, once again, I have it downloaded already, so I'm going to go ahead and ignore that and launch Rufus. Okay, Rufus is already running. True that. All right, we don't need the browser anymore. Okay, so here we are. We have Rufus. The other thing we will need, of course, is our ISO image that we created using the media creation tool. Okay, so make sure we have these steps in order. And here you'll just be selecting your ISO image that you just downloaded. So mine's Windows 11, hit open. Up here will be the USB drive. Okay, this is the drive that you plugged into your computer to make sure you're basically making this USB into that bootable drive that I just explained. Now your partition scheme down here, this is a master boot record. This is basically just for older computers, and it's for older BIOS versions. You shouldn't have to use this. So the GPT is going to be more than enough. So let's just keep that as default, and more than likely you'll just be able to hit start. Now this is where we bypass everything. Okay, this is the most important screen. Remove requirements for this, that, and the other. If you remember correctly, when I first pulled up this health check, it told me that I don't have enough RAM, that I have secure boot, and my TPM chip is out of date. It also told me that I don't have enough hard drive space. That's because I just spun up this virtual machine to do all this testing and show you guys how it's actually done. You more than likely will not have that last error about hard drive space. Anyway, I do suggest hitting these two. This will disable BitLocker if it's enabled, and this is going to skip your privacy questions. It's just more convenient, it's a little bit quicker. And just hit OK. And then keep in mind, that's an alert message just saying that anything on this USB drive will be deleted. So make sure you don't have anything on it. That's important. Now I'm just going to go ahead and wait for this to finish, and then we'll get back together. All right, so after waiting for half an eternity, this has finally completed. It might look like you were supposed to hit start again. Don't hit start again. It's already finished. So if we go over to our USB, you can see that there's a ton of files in here. Okay, so we're all set. Now there's basically two circumstances now. We have done everything that we need to bypass these Windows 11 requirements. So if you need to or want to have a brand new fresh computer with Windows 11 on it and you're just using older hardware, you can use this USB as a boot drive, stick it in, boot to BIOS, and install Windows 11, and it'll bypass these requirements, okay? And this is going to do a fresh install, wipe the whole computer's hard drive, wherever the operating system is installed on, and so on and so forth. The other option is to do the in-place upgrade, which is what I'm assuming that most people will be doing this for. And to do that is you use this setup file. So we go ahead and launch this. Hopefully it doesn't take us another half eternity to get through it. So go next. May or may not need to speed everything up so we can actually get through this video. Don't know what popped up behind there. All right, now hear me out. This is a Windows virtual machine, which means it's not a normal computer, okay? So I do have these two pieces here to worry about, but there's another method to work around it for virtual machines. But if you recall, in the beginning of the video, I needed to get an upgraded version of the TPM, I needed to get an upgraded version of the RAM, and I needed enable secure boot, okay? You can see that those three options are not here, and those are the three options that are going to stop you from upgrading a normal computer. Okay, ignore this on my end. It's just a virtual machine for showing you guys how to set this up. Okay, but when you go through this, you'll hit next, continue, and then you will do an in-place install, and there'll be an option here to keep your current files. Okay, don't reset if you don't want to wipe everything. There'll be a pretty much an in-place upgrade. Let's see if we can go into Google and see what that might look like really quick. Voila. That is really tiny. Voila. Okay, you can see this pretty well. Keep personal files, keep files only, or nothing. This is going to reset your entire computer. This is going to keep everything, and this is going to remove all of your applications, but it's going to keep like your documents folder, your downloads folder, and things like that. But it's going to get rid of any applications installed. So it's pretty much like a soft wipe, if so to speak. So hard wipe, soft wipe, and no wipe. It's just going to do an in-place upgrade. Okay, so those are pretty much your three options when you do this method. Now, I could make another video just to get past this and reprovision this virtual machine, but that's a whole bunch of work that's totally unneeded, okay? This will get you where you need to go, I promise you. And you can leave a comment if you need help with anything at all, okay? I'm here to help, and I appreciate you guys watching. So please like and subscribe if you liked the video and if it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.